Hi Blake, Darko is here. All right, so I was looking through your playlists that you sent me, and well, you know what? What I would suggest at this point is that I would probably start later, much later, because there is still lots of stuff that is needs attention. It needs fixing. Lots of stuff is there to be just made better. Maybe even adding some poses. Actually, not so much poses as much as the breakdowns are needed to be installed to get accurate and proper moves for these these kicks and all that stuff that would look really believable. So I would really suggest that actually you start your shot later, and probably, as I was looking through, somewhere around middle, because this is supposed to be your showcase, right, for a portfolio. So it's not about really how much you have, but actually it's more about quality. It's not quantity, it's a quality. So it's better to have something lesser of the volume but better looking than having a lot but really not looking at all. So not looking good at all. So okay, let's look at what we have right now, and then we'll go from there, right? Okay, so let's play. There you go. So I would start somewhere from here. So just before that kick with the leg, and I would go through the end with that. So you would actually have really a half to go and fix it. Why not to start somewhere here? We have two characters that are ready to fight. I assume that this one is blind because by having her arms in such a way and closed eyes, somehow I am assuming that she is blind and this one is not. But to be honest with you, to make somebody to look very, very skillful and being blind, it takes a lot of skills, and I don't think you are there yet. I think honestly that you chew a little bit too much, more than you can. You took a too big bite because there is only 1 week left, and this is pretty much what should be maybe on at the end of the second week, definitely not third week. So now trying to save as much as we can and get out of it as much as we can, we have to do some, I would say, surgical cuts. And my first suggestion would be to start around 175, where it really looks like if we start watching this scene from this point, it doesn't look like anything is missing from before, right? Nobody says, hey, where is the first part? Nobody knows about the first part. It looks like one whole. So let's look how this would look if we start from here. There you go. I think if you focus yourself on working on that part, it still can look decent. I would definitely forget about first part because there is so much work to be done, so much fixing. I don't think you have a time for that. All right? Because even in the second part, although it looks much stronger, there is still a lots of problems. There is a lots of problems with the moves. I still I think you have some, at least I hope you have some reference, because it would be crazy to go in such a to do such a complicated scene of two girls in this case fighting without having a reference. That would be kind of suicidal. So I'm really hoping you have a reference, but still, I don't know really how close you are following that reference. You really don't have to follow with 100%, because reference is still just a reference. It's just helping you to show you what kind of moves you have to do in order to look convincing that they are fighting in certain style, and that the moves are actually natural moves, what actually people would create in order, I mean, when they're fighting, right? And there is, like I said, quite a bit of stuff to be still fixed. So let's go to the point where, like I said, I would start. Let's say 175. Okay, so what we have on 175 as is for start. There is one girl on the right side, there is one on the left side. Now let's take a look at this one on the left side. Look at the stand. This is not the stand of the professional fighter who is fighting. This really looks really weak. The feet are flat, and it almost looks like she's standing on the same line. It's almost like there is a line on the ground, and the rules of fighting are you have to stand on the line with both feet, otherwise you're gonna be disqualified. Well, that's not correct. That's just not, it's not looking correct. So from here, you know, she would have to have that stand a little bit stronger wide, and maybe if one girl is standing with the back like this, the other one, instead of having like this, should have, maybe can have in opposite, so that we have a two opposites, and it's gonna easier for us to recognize which one is which. Two different kind of styles of fighting, right? This one has a bend this way, while the other one has the other way. That would help also with the look. Now, I don't see from this point, as she's standing here, she just arrived, and we won't have that, right? We're gonna get rid of that. That's fine. But now she's standing here, and from that standing position, she just does not make any anticipation. She just goes up. You know, it would be nice if because look, as she's moving, I can feel like at this point the hips are kind of frozen. They're not moving. It would be nice actually if she would go, before she goes to that, if she actually goes in some kind of anticipation. She, you know, she goes like that. The legs are down. So she moves down, and then from this pose, right? So from within standing pose, she goes to this, and then from this anticipation, she goes to that, to this. Boom. I kind of like this. I like this jump that she does off the kick. That actually gives her that good look of fighting. That's how, you know, fighters, boxers, or whoever is jumping all around on the ring. So that's kind of cool. I was mentioning last time this kick, but you didn't work on it at all, because makes no sense that she would turn her hips more this way than chest, because her shoulder is still here and the hip is all the way on the other side. That makes no sense. It should be completely opposite. The hip should be here, so she should be somewhere here, and this leg doesn't have to be so stretched. Hip, the heel can be a little bit higher, so that there is no so much strain on that leg. But this shoulder should be all the way over there. And it can be maybe her head over there, and something like that. So more line of action into it. And this one, of course, being there. So this really looks crooked. That doesn't look natural. It looks like she just fell off the bus or something. And this looks strange. I think she's completely out of the balance here, but I'll go in Maya and take a closer look to it. Yeah, again, she has a flat feet. You know, boxers usually stand. Not boxers just, but fighters should be wider stand. And then when this lady goes forward, what is the thing with shifting the weight? I remember you had a problem with the shifting weight in your previous scene, and I think you still are you know, struggling with that. Before we put the foot down, this foot was supposed to be down right over here. So now, when the foot is on the floor, now we can move the body weight over that foot, like that. You cannot have a body and a leg arriving at the same time. First, leg has to arrive as a support, and then when you have support, then you can move hips with the body over that. Otherwise, it doesn't look okay. About this girl, she is kicked here, and yes, I was talking that she's supposed to fly in this direction, but if you look the way how she's been hit from over there towards this way, right? So yes, she can fall this way, but not away from us, because what you have right now, she's going there. How would she go that direction if she's been kicked this way? Right? So that is strange, because she would definitely fall this way here. The head can be this way. We can still see a head. Body can be here. One leg up, the other one still flying, yes, but it's kind of like if you look on the ground, it's like this, right? So it makes sense that after being kicked this way, that actually she fell kind of 3/4 towards this corner here that we have, right? Not away from us as you have right now. So let's take a closer look what we have actually in Maya, because Maya's gonna tell us what's going on. So let's play. So from this camera angle that you have, these 2 feet definitely look like they are parallel. When I look from here, there is some opening, but I would definitely open that more. Plus, this leg here, it really looks weak. I think this knee should be like that. And definitely I would open this foot more, like that. This one probably like that. You see that opening? Now that looks better even from this camera angle, you see? Because now we can see that this one is going towards us, this one is going kind of away from us. Otherwise it looks parallel, just like these two. I said we're gonna start with 175, so there you go. Wow, why is she standing and leaning like this? Is that, where is the balance? So she goes from here towards this one. How is she managing to lift this leg if body weight is over that leg? I think you are missing the basic knowledge of moving, of shifting the weight. And I really thought that you maybe learned something last time, because you were really struggling, and I hoped that maybe at the end of the month you did learn something, but you're still making the same mistakes. This body cannot be over this leg if this leg is in the air. You know, this should be moved like that, maybe even more. The body has to be over supporting leg if this one is up in the air. So, and this leg would probably have to be somewhere here. Why is she looking this way if the opponent is here? I think from your camera view, even from your camera view, she is looking somewhere here. She's not really looking that girl that she's fighting. She is really looking over here. So that is very weak pose. Why she doesn't have her head turned this way, even, you know, chest. I think that would look better. So now we go forward. You see, that's your pose. Wow, it looks completely Yeah, that's... What is even point of these keys? 172, 174. What exactly is happening here? What is the point of making this key? 174. Wow, what is that? 176. I don't know. Okay, so this is kick. So why there is no anticipation? Wouldn't it be nice if after this she goes in some kind of anticipation for that kick? Doesn't that look better? Isn't that looking more stable and in control and kind of ready to jump as a tiger? Look at that. It looks like a fighter. This back would probably have to have some lift heel. That's not working like I was trying to. What is that? Oh yeah, okay. So maybe like that. That looks good. This one maybe even a little bit more. The hips should be also rotated a bit. There you go. Something like that. It looks like she's ready to fight. So now from here, she should go for up and kick. This landing looks strange because I think she was supposed to stand a little bit more stable, something like that maybe. Definitely between this key and the next one, you know, I would have a character where is dropped a little bit down, so maybe some, if you would have chance to make a breakdown in between, or maybe put this one lower so that it looks like anticipation and there you go. So from here she will go back So I wouldn't keep her all the time on the same level with the hips. I would drop her. I would probably move this, open this. Yeah, I did something to it, but this hip, I wouldn't push so much. The hip doesn't have to go, but what has to go is chest. So if we move chest to look like a see. Wow, what is that? I'm not really familiar with this character, so you know, I'm really guessing these controls right now. I don't know where is the elbow. How you pull this? That's, you know, it should have a little bit of bend in her arm, so the elbow should be over here, going this way and then that way, kind of like being in this arc over here. But once again, hip not so much moved, rotated, but actually her upper part, chest, should be rotated more for this pose. Now, this is something strange going on here. Oh yeah. Why is this one so much off the balance? This this leg was probably supposed to be somewhere over there, and then, you know, she could go over, because how is this possible that being so much off the balance, going from here, the leg is landing here under her butt, so now the weight is already kind of leaning towards the left, and then she goes even more on that side. There is no way she can recover. She would fall down. But as that's not enough, she goes even more. And then she kicks her with it. Yeah, that's really, this leg has to be here in order to have really strong kick. So I would move all these legs here, and somehow, you know, you have to get there. So maybe at one point she lifts that leg and then puts the leg down, and now actually she can go over that leg because it's already placed here. Otherwise, it looks strange. What is going on here between this 276 to 282? Her hips are not moving. Everything is dead except upper part of the body works. There shouldn't be any isolated moves. Everything has to move. And actually, as this is week 3, you were supposed to send me in auto mode animation, not being in a step anymore, because at this point we should see how this scene, how this animation works with all in-betweens. What is the timing, where the hold's supposed to be, what we have slow in, slow out, so that for the last week we'll be really just polishing stuff that we already have. At this point, you still don't know how that's gonna work with the auto mode. So you are at least like a week late with your stuff, because what you have right now that was supposed to be done by last week. At this week, you were supposed to have it already in an auto mode. Like for example, when she's taking here anticipation to hit her, there is no any rotation in the hips or the spine. Nothing. Everything is very rigid and stiff. When she is going to hit from here to there, there is definitely at least one breakdown missing, because the hips and the chest is going first and the hand should kind of stay behind when she's supposed to swing that arm. Lots of breakdowns is missing. So once again, to finish my story here, I would start somewhere with 170, 75. These legs are crazy because I was messing up with them, so don't worry about that. That's not your stuff. But still, I would start somewhere here. Turn her more towards the opponent. You can give her even more fighting kind of position, what I was already getting her over there into. With the upper part rotating towards opponent, the head should be turned towards the opponent, so that looks like that. And of course, the legs should be opened. So from the standing position, she would go something like but doesn't have to be completely standing stiff up, you know, just a little bit higher than this one, maybe like that, right? So from here, you can start here. She goes down for anticipation, and then she goes forward for kick, right? And like I said, you have to go in and make all these poses look stronger because they are quite weak. Many of them have no balance. I understand that when the fighter is in the mid action, that it's not always in balance. But when the character is standing, it should be in balance. So definitely, I would cut from 170, 175, and that would be still quite a bit of work on your side to fix it nicely. But at the same time, if you manage to fix it, it would be a nice piece of animation. Alright, so if you have any questions, please, you can send me email and I'm gonna answer to you, because at this point I don't know what should I talk. There is so many keys being done, and I think some of them are not really even necessary to be. Instead of you need more breakdowns and that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I would be more than willing to answer on concrete questions that I can focus on. If not, I am expecting your submission on Sunday, and this time, because it's the last one, right? It's supposed to be auto mode, and pretty much that's gonna be last critique. All right, thank you very much. Bye bye.